Alright, so we are back for another unboxing, and today we're going to take a look at the TRN STM. So another TRN from your request, guys. I tried to prioritize this one. So from the get-go, this kind of looks like your TRN ST1, but of course I didn't research yet in this one because in unboxings I don't like to research because I want to be surprised. That's the idea of unboxings. I want to just feel the joy of unboxing stuff, and TRN ST1 and also TRNs in general really popular here in the channel. The BA5 is one of my top favorites under $50. So this one is TRN STM hybrid in-ear monitor. So hybrid meaning there's a dynamic driver and also a BA on top. At the other side, you're getting 3.5mm jack, 0.75mm 2-pin connector, 20 to 20 GHz frequency range. And yes, not a lot in the box, and you're getting a typical TRN STM box. So let's unbox it now and give you guys my initial impressions. Of course, full review will come in the ZPol channel. Alright, so now we have this one. So the TRN ST1 actually is my favorite for a TRN under $20. I do like it over the ZSN Pro, but this one, it might be a different iteration of that one. So are you ready for the unboxing experience? There you go. Wow, it kind of looks like a Gundam kind of look for me. Opening it up, so it's silver in design, and it says hybrid in-ear monitor. Look at that, guys. That kind of looks cool. There's like a cyberpunk look to it. I don't know, they might be kind of emulating the ZSN Pro. This really reminds me of the ZSN Pro or the new ZSN Pro X. It doesn't have the hole that the TRN ST1 has. It has just a small hole at this side. So kind of similar to the ZSN Pro actually. So this one you're getting in the box. What is this? Wow, this is different. This kind of surprising. Okay, that's why I don't research in unboxings, but it seems that you're getting filters with this one, which is really surprising for me. So look at that, you have a blue filter and you're getting that red filter. So I'm not 100% sure if this will change up the sound for us, but it looks like from the get-go a similar looking filter, but it might be different. There might be some differences that I am not seeing in the in the iPhone, because this just shot with an iPhone. So really cool that you have this one. I haven't seen that one for a hybrid configuration for sure, so that's a kind of a first, which is really cool. And also the cable that they include looks like to be your typical TRN cable, so I don't have an issue with this one. But this looks like a different color. It's a slightly brown kind of color. It's not an all black kind of color. So yeah, it's still fairly dark, which is I like for sure. So it's a near black, but it's not your all black kind of design. Still very TRN look, and it falls right in the price range in terms of the overall quality. So looking at what you get, this might be your tips, and the tips is looks like your TRN kind of tip, with that kind of sporty kind of tip with that red accent. So a nice selection of tips also. So okay, cool. So main difference for sure is that filter. That's really interesting. I can't wait to look at that in the full review, but let's take a look at what you get with the lobes itself. So the shape, again, that kind of looks like very similar to your ZSN Pro kind of shape. It's nearly 1:1 if I'm gonna look at it from afar. You look at that, guys. So it's made of metal and plastic as well, very similar to the ZSN Pro. And as you can see, it's kind of a brushed aluminum kind of style, which looks really cool. This is definitely more glossy, more shimmery compared to your ZSN Pro, which is more in the matte kind of finish. And in terms of the fit on the ear, very safe shape. This is much like, again, ZSN Pro and also TRN ST1. It does go inside your ear as well, so that's cool. And you are seeing that dynamic driver at the inside with that green kind of color. So yes, really cool, I'd say, but not my favorite look, I'd say. It's a bit too noisy for me in terms of the look. I do prefer a more minimalist kind of designs. In terms of look, I do like the ZSN Pro more than this one. So yeah, Up to you guys if you like that or not. So let's put the cables in. Alright, so on the ear, it's very much like the TRN ST1. It's very stable on the ear. Definitely that Earrox helped out in making it more stable to wear on the ear. Very breathable also. It doesn't have some fins though, so this is not the most stable fit. But it's breathable because it's quite a light IEM on the ear, and the fit is not that suffocating on the ear. It does isolate quite well also. So again, falls right smack with the TRN ST1 in terms of the overall fit on the ear. For most people, you'll pick this up and just be okay with the fit. So I don't have any major issues in this one. But for me, frankly, you know, the cable, I would like it to be an all black kind of cable. I'm not really a big fan of, you know, brown cables. That's a kind of a bummer for me, so I would replace that cable for sure. So let's try to have a first listen and give you guys my impressions in how this sounds like. Maybe some Bad Love by Eric Clapton. Alright, right off the bat, I'm liking the soundstage in this one. Soundstage is pretty big. That's a bit surprising. Maybe one of the biggest sound stages I've heard in the, you know, this kind of price range. It's more in the clean side of presentation, but it's musical. Let's try another track. How about some Bang Bang by GSJ? Separation is also pretty good with that kind of clean sound. Let's try another track. Maybe some Journey. Yeah, the bass is not that prominent in the mix. It is not your bass head's IEM, but definitely it has that smoothness at the bottom because of that dynamic driver sound. Reminds me more of the ZSN Pro X than the ZST Pro. So this might be built to compete with the ZSN Pro for sure. Because of the overall signature, they're very similar. So if you like more bass, it will be the ZST Pro X. But this one is more of a clean kind of sound. How about some Metallica? The God Has Failed. That's a shimmer on top as well. Yes, the vocals is more in the clean side of presentation. This is definitely a BA kind of presentation. And also very lively sounding. Alright, so that's my initial listen. Alright, so for the TRN STM. Alright, I was really surprised with this one because of the soundstage in this one. And it's more in the clean side of presentation for sure. And really reminds me of the ZSN Pro, so they might have built this to compete with the ZSN Pro X for sure. I haven't A/B tested yet, but definitely I think, yeah, it will compete for sure with the ZSN Pro. But yeah, separation is pretty good, much like the ZSN Pro X. The shimmer on the top as well is there, much like the ZSN Pro X. So yeah, this might be again built for more of an audiophile kind of tuning. Not your bassy kind of tuning. So that's really interesting coming from TRN. And what's really interesting again is this kind of reminds me of what TRN is doing like maybe 6 months ago. Usually they do have bigger sound stages compared to your KZ counterparts, and it also exists here as well. So that's really interesting. Alright, so that's my initial impressions in the TRN STM. Of course, full review will come in the ZPult channel. If you have additional questions for me for the full review, let me know down in the comments below. And of course, if you want to support the channel, use my links down in the comments below or description below. It will help out the channel a lot. Also, of course, subscribe in this channel for more unboxings and first looks. Of course, all our full review will be in the ZPult channel. And I'm gonna see you guys in the next ZPult unboxing. Goodbye.